Hey there, members of the Graveyard, and welcome back to more Outer Worlds 2. Lady Liberty, looking a little different. I don't think this is New York. Either way, let's go find DeVries. But first, is there any looting and pillaging to be done in any of these random houses? Hello? Need Engineer 3.
Wait. Nope. Just taro excrement.
I talk to you? You talking to yourself? Cowboy!
Auntie, you scared the living daylights out of me. Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes.
Give me your armor. Requires guns. Was I sneaking, or were you just situationally unaware?
Could be a little of both, I'll grant you. I've been so wrapped up in my business, I'd barely notice a ship dropping out of the sky if it didn't land on me. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another unfleshly manifestation.
I was once mistaken for a Raptidon breeder. I have the bite marks to prove it.
Sure as I am, there's a fine tale to be told there. I've got one of my own to share with a more pressing need to address. It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse late. Figured it for Emmeline, but when I asked her about it, she didn't know what I was talking about. Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished.
Spooky. Could they be hiding in one of the houses?
Knocked on doors, peeped a few windows, respectfully, mind you. And I ain't spied anything more exciting than a chair. But then, a being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Too tiresome, be my guess.
Alright, did you say being of pure information?
Well, maybe. I still don't know all the particulars yet. But it's one theory.
Nothing of the mind survives the body. Just temporarily self-aware meat.
Yeah, we are all molecular machines and whatnot. I'm familiar with the 6 pillars of scientism. Guess I figured that was more open to interpretation than not.
No, it's quite literal. Believe me, I'm a doctor. But I'll look around, see if I can turn up anything.
I certainly won't say no to having a fresh set of lamps on the scene. Just be careful. Hate to see you disappeared like that foodstuffs.
Fresh lamps. In reference to eyeballs. This isn't stealing. I don't steal either. I'm an honest, hard-working doctor that barely knows what he's doing. Oh, another house. But I am a doctor of opportunity. So, if there's something in your house that you haven't marked as yours, well, it'll better my pursuits towards being a doctor. And believe me, because I am a doctor. And you can trust that. In this game, of course. Not in real life. I do not condone trusting the advice of amateurs in real life. Oh, another... Thought this was going to be some juicy reading. No, don't steal. Stealing's for nerds. And I'm not a nerd, I'm a doctor. Also reading personal. Oh, whoa. That was DeVries' personal computer. I should actually read this. Subject DeVries, you are to report to your post in the Information Input and Retrieval Department at 0630 tomorrow. As I'm sure I don't need to tell you, every member of the Protectorate is vital to the whole, no matter how seemingly small and insignificant their role may seem to be. We expect you to conduct yourself as a harmonious part of the Protectorate. Glory to the Sovereign. Subject DeVries. It is not unheard of for one to sustain injuries in the course of a spirited match of pitchball. Even one as serious as you shattered femur and internal hemorrhaging. In my experience, However, virtually all cases can be traced back to overindulgence in Sovereign's Pride vodka. While it is understandable misconception, such overindulgence does not demonstrate a subject's pride for their subservience to our sovereign. Fortunately for you, in the time you've been here, your work has been nothing but superlative, so this will not add greatly to your demerits. Nonetheless, it is your duty to work through such injuries, to be an example to your fellow subjects on how to put aside one's self-importance to elevate us all. Subject of Reese. Your recent irregular behavior has been overlooked due to your exemplary work in the long years prior to the invasion. However, I am not plagued by my predecessor's lack of character, which has reportedly now been rectified by a course of mental refreshment, thank the Sovereign. And it is incumbent? What did I say? Incumbent upon me to follow up on the report that you were heard espousing opinions similar to the precepts of the traitorous order. I am certain that this is but a miscommunication in these somewhat confusing times. Not let it happen again. Not exactly an upstanding member, Subject of Reese. All subjects of the Protectorate counsel through. The scourge of unfettered capitalism has come to Arcadia and brought with it the seeds of its own destruction. Their invasion armada exacerbated the rift anomaly, which was naturally occurring and well within our ability to control, causing it to fracture the Aether further, sending invisible tendrils in all directions. This has closed the colony off from any support they may have been awaiting, but has caused us no harm, being self-sufficient in every way. These bit worshippers will soon taste defeat. It is your duty to resist their sugared temptations, processed promises, and low-quality goods that they are using to try to subjugate our beloved colony. Do not hesitate to sacrifice your life to stop them, or to report your fellow subjects for collusion or weakness. Any subjects caught with their products will be dealt with. Praise the Sovereign. These are a chatty group of individuals. So, to all subjects of the Protectorate, as of this day, the Order of the Ascendant have declared themselves enemy of the Protectorate, that they have chosen to do so in the wake of the corporate invasion of our beloved colony attest to their true nature. It is now obvious that the corporate incursion was somehow helped by the traitors of the Order, else it would have been crushed before it began. Rest assured, the Sovereign knew of their treachery well in advance of their betrayal, and thus was not taken by surprise. Any communications from, to, or involving the Order in any way are now to be considered enemy correspondence and must be forwarded to the Ministry of Accuracy. Glory to the Protectorate. Interesting indeed. I'm using the toilet. Oh, wait, what? Secrets? This. DeVries' tracker appears to have been surgically removed and submerged in liquid inside this container, obviously in an attempt to disable it. Fortunately, it was still producing a weak signal. Well, what's mine is yours, DeVries, seeing as how you have caused me a great disservice. So, we have some points here. There was that door that was jammed. Required 3 engineering, so I'm just going to go ahead and snag that. I do want to keep leveling up my melee and medical. It can go up to twice our level, which is kind of nuts. Kind of nuts indeed. Let's boost the melee. I guess I should see what I need to take to have brawny. That seems to be a muscle open doors. Seems to be important as well. perks. Let's go ahead and just see what we need to take Brawny. Brawn, shrug it off. Okay. Makeshift armorer. Brawny. Where you at, Brawny? Wonder if it's like a melee thing. No? Brawny. Interesting, I don't see it. Probably missed it by now. Brawny. Oh well. I'm sure I'll find it later. Or maybe it's one of those like item-specific ones. Doesn't seem like it would be. I probably just didn't see it. It was a quick glance. Didn't read everything. To the letter, to the T. Oh, we still have more things to do here. We didn't read this computer. Savannah Lockwood. Savannah, your last missive stung me to my core. I can't believe you'd accuse me. My eyes. I can't believe you'd accuse us of such. Yes, I am still in contact with Victor. The schism between the Protectorate and the Order is of no consequence to us, but we are decidedly not whispering poison in each other's ear. And I can assure you, the dark path you accuse us of going down is one of necessity, not choice. I never burdened you with the knowledge of the things I've done, but what I've been forced to live with. But therein lies the rub. I find I can do so no longer. The time for action has come. Remember the cliffhanger ending of the Sentinels versus the Cult of Corporatism's 6th chapter? One way or the other, I fear we are hurtling toward that same inevitable conclusion. This is one thing I cannot allow. No matter the cost, regardless, my time on Paradise Island is over. As we used to say, see you in the equation, my friend. To Augustine de Vries. How can you say you never burdened me with what you've done? You may have never shared specifics with me, but that doesn't mean I didn't feel your suffering, Augustine. The invasion of Paradise Island is driving us all to new levels of despair, and your last message has me fearing that it has pushed you to a place of madness. I'm begging you, forget that void damn cereal and whatever it is you're planning, and please, please, come see me before you do anything that cannot be undone. This ought to make you laugh. I am holed up in the Old Order Chapel of all places. Maybe because it reminds me of better days with you, me, and Victor. Mission logs. Oh my
My cover
god.
story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me. Though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. Though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I?
Seems like you did.
I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive.
The
I had not
breathing's a good
expected
touch.
this. I had prepared no alibi and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted
the email.
without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
That's nice. The extra
can't believe
context.
this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph?
It seems that way,
Good
Niles.
fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientician. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking?
No idea. All a little strange to me.
How can you be so even-tempered about this? I know you didn't know her like I did. Like I thought I did, but she
Yeah.
betrayed us. She killed our friends, Commander.
True.
Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy.
I didn't realize she had that much of a reputation.
We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us.
She clearly accomplished what she what she set her mind to, getting us killed.
It's embarrassing now. How much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figure my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangulum. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers.
Always ascribe to malice, even that which can be explained by incompetence, I say.
Very cynical if it turns out true. DeVries was willing to sacrifice us.
I picked the best background.
I mean,
You
she
won't
always
convince me
struck as
otherwise.
So pragmatic, real sensible like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks.
Doesn't sound like you hold a very high opinion of the Order.
Used to think they were good people trying to do right by their beliefs. But if they put the idea in DeVries' head to leave us for dead, might be time I reassess that opinion. I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the grand architect, void, even capital.
It's a pretty
I know how
normal
most
outlook
colonies
of
run.
things.
But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue.
I would say, for me, speaking personally, I feel like that's normal. I feel like most people are like, do whatever you want, just don't bother other people. You know? I like Niles. Niles seems like a very down-to-earth person. And what's kept you going all these years? Hope of revenge?
No, didn't even know DeVries was alive until she brought the satellite down. Until then, what kept me going was mostly training and stubbornness. And vow. But to your point, holding someone who's wronged you accountable for their actions ain't an act of vengeance. Some might call it justice.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I think it's a fine line between the two, Niles.
Whatever name we put to it, it'll feel damn good, all the same. Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around. Friendly like.
Yeah. Friendly like. Wow, it is far away. I won't even steal from you, DeVries. I'm a doctor after all. You can trust me. Well then, let us... It's a big-ass warehouse here. What's going on? Oh my god. Copernicus? Is that you? Hello, Ethel. The last Ethel I knew turned out to be a hag. Shoutouts to Baldur's Gate 3!
Would
Hello.
pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them.
A mad
I
doctor.
congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus.
You already
may be
seem
tame,
haggish.
but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled.
Do I? Why don't we start with introductions? I'm Grave.
I am Ethel Tinsley, chimeric scientist. I'm responsible for taming this delightful raptidon here. He will protect our fair town from his feral brethren in the wilds. Theoretically.
Oh, no.
Officer Carr has been
We're domesticating the
waiting for me
masses.
to train the raptidons to, maul on command. It's rather pressing, and alas, one scientist turned tamer can only do so much. One might say I'm perhaps a bit on edge. Folk here have grown weary, shall we say, with the war effort, and with avoiding Carr and the minister's would-be fisticuffs.
Sounds like a typical corporate management structure to me.
No, I don't believe it is.
Oh,
That's what the Protectorate announcers
not.
wanted us to believe anyway, before Auntie showed us the truth. No, this is quite abnormal, I'm sure. Anyhow, all I know is that if they were to begin working with each other, the mood in town would certainly be merrier. Or something akin to it.
wait. Back up. You're Protectorate?
Well, I was a subject once. Despite my talents, the plan dictated that I
defected.
should be relegated to programming cleaning mechs. Bah. But then, Auntie's choice came along and offered to transform our lives for the better. I chose to accept. And look where I am today. Over the last
Right
year,
where you want to be.
I have climbed the rungs of my division through the sheer merit of my work. I have finally earned the respect I was always due.
What happens to people who don't join aunties?
Poor things. They either fought to the last or chose to flee. It's regrettable, but some folk just aren't ready to embrace change. All they knew was being told how to live. They couldn't imagine any other way. Ask any of the other Protectorate subjects who converted, and they'd echo my words. When one can allow their ambitions to show, that is true freedom.
See. You speak as if Auntie's choice saved you.
They did. I was in a dreadful state before the invasion. I fear I was close to disappearing myself. The Sovereign claims to provide for all of our needs. But without freedom and autonomy, I could not find happiness. In any case,
Understandable.
I do hope I've satisfied your curiosity. The war effort and liberating the rest of the Protectorate waits for no one, you understand?
Of course. Tell me more about taming raptidons.
I work directly with Officer Carr and her soldiers to ensure they're outfitted with the best raptidon counterparts Paradise Island can provide. In theory, they'll be trusted to guard our most precious assets, including our leadership. For now, they deter encroachment from wild raptidons. It's most agreeable.
Sounds very handy. Does this program require you to give the raps goofy names too? Well, I hope it doesn't hurt any of
Safer
them.
here than out in the wilds. I have been reprimanded thrice now for undue pampering. I would not be here if this experiment was still causing needless suffering.
Okay. What's the story with Carr and Milver Street? Things seem strained between them.
I would never imply such a thing. I'm sure the Minister and Officer Carr have only our best interests at heart. Though I must admit, their continuing quarrels give me trepidation. I'm
Me
unused to
too.
the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner.
In front of you. Maybe you're not cut out for corporate life.
So I should return to the Protectorate and accept swift death for desertion? Certainly not. I would much rather stay here.
Or don't be a part of
continue my
anything.
work, and hope my leaders can reach an accord. Challenging though it may be, one wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to secure a decisive victory with weaponry and technology. As for which approach is best, I wish I knew.
I understand Officer Carr's frustration. That's why I agreed to help her.
Then her hands will be tied no longer. I suppose I can find relief in that. Some may think it too cruel to use Officer Carr's methods to strike the enemy while they are down. But I have come to believe there may only be one way to truly defeat an enemy such as the Protectorate. She believes this as well.
It's in my ear. It's inside my ear.
I wish you luck, as it
Farewell.
were. We seem to very much need it.
Yes. Yes, we do. I can't imagine there's anything in here but stealing. Not bad. Put that away. There's children here. What about up here? Nothing but stealing. Oh, that's a gun. Ah, but it's not mine. Unfortunate. I'm a hard-earning, hard-working doctor. I only steal from villains. Or people who refute my abilities as a doctor. You could even call me a petty doctor. I would agree with. I am most petty. Oh, we had a quest to do. Let's go back.
Keep them coming. I can do this all day.
Oh, cool. Oh, thank you. Cool, free loot. Good job. Let us head back. I want to go check out this quest. A nice little town, not too big, not too small. A lot of juicy dialogue. I do have a certain distaste for introduction cities being absolutely massive. Kind of gets a little overwhelming at times. But thanks to my experience as a doctor, I know how to chop up the sickness.
I'm simply not credulous
Oh, wait.
enough to accept this is where I've ended up.
Free fruit.
Doing the work of at least 3
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
half-dozen automechs, all by my lonesome.
I'll get to you in a second. You have nothing to fear, because I'm a doctor.
I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment.
This looks like a lot of work. Just you in here?
I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So, I'm on my own here. Breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work?
You know?
Well, I've got
I'm
a
good.
lot left to do and not much time left to do it in, so you can show yourself out.
You are rude, but I will be back later. I'll take this fruit by the door. And another fruit, and another fruit.
When might I begin laboring for Auntie?
Well, it seems like we've been to every building, we've checked out everything, so it's time to go explore the open world.
So eagerly want
Just
to-
kidding, I forgot there's a quest right here. Let's see what we can discover. Probably require some observation. You know what? We should probably take some observation, because you know who would have good observation? A doctor, which I am. What's wrong with this thing? Requires item. Requirement's not met. Scrap of paper. Administrator code. I think I'll only really read stuff that's like around story-based stuff. There is a lot of text to read in this game, but I think I'll only be really interested to read stuff that has to do with the main story. Unless, of course, the quest is like, read this person's computer. Do we have an enter the cellar prompt? Let's see if we can find that. Is there a cellar? Find the code for the cellar. Let's read that message again about the code then. Messages. Something about a code. Twice this week I've input the wrong code and locked myself out of the terminal. If it happens a third time, I suspect I will be recommended for mental refreshment due to insufficient recollection. Given how scattered I felt, maybe that would be for the best. I keep waiting for the Sovereign to call me up to combat the invaders, but no. I have orders to remain here in Fairfield. No matter. I must remain diligent. Perhaps I'll write the code down and pin it to the refrigerator. Scrap of paper. Quiet. Who's part of the Protectorate? Let's access the administrator controls. Unseal the cellar. Where's the cellar? Where was it? Cellar? Ah, backside of the building, you scurvy dog. Let me slide. Hello?
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. But what an odd thing to die for. Apples.
Apples? What are you talking about?
Not why you've come? Because you discovered our recent larceny at the greenhouse?
Why would you ransack the greenhouse?
The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays.
Must have been starving.
Starving? Hardly. We have greater stores of strength than you suppose. This hunger is a momentary distraction, nothing more.
Not a matter of strength, but of simple biology.
Do not speak of biology to me, interloper. We are not the same. I am built in accordance with the paradigm. And you are insubstantial, weakened under the burden of choice.
So you're declining my doctorate advice. Well, that's fine.
Secret cellar? And hidden in plain sight, damn near. Guess the greenhouse thefts had a more worldly explanation after all. Well, if they're only flesh and bone protectorate, bullets should do nicely then.
Let no witnesses
They should.
escape. Kill them both.
You know what? I've got a charge attack with your name on it. I will need to hide.
Guess I had this mystery all wrong.
That guy destroyed them.
Part of me was hoping. Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish.
I won't judge. Tell me. I'm a
lost
doctor after all.
Friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind.
Stages of grief can be
Like I said,
hard,
foolish.
filled with tribulations. Sounds like she was really special to you. Actually, not at all. It's difficult to lose people you care about. We all grieve differently.
I appreciate that. Never really talked about the direction of my thoughts on this topic with no one before. Wow, it's like I'm lighter. Thank you for everything. Truly.
You're welcome. High security lockbox. Cartridge. Don't mind me. Gonna reap the rewards of my efforts. The mystery has been solved by yours truly. Doctor through and through. Now, let us exit the confines of this here town and seek out the exploratives that await us. I don't even know if that's a word. But even if it isn't, I'm a doctor, so now it is.
Gonna need a bigger storeroom for all these orders.
Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like? State your division and I'll get you outfitted. Quick and proper, or your next provision's free.
Well, I'm not with Auntie's choice, not officially.
Astounded the minister hasn't yet converted you to our cause. But in the meantime, I'll trade you my own bona fides for jotting down your name. All bits spend the same to me. As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privileged duty to furnish our brave troops with all of their wartime essentials. You could say I put the ration in liberation.
Liberation?
Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you.
Whee! I would
As
like...
a friendly reminder, all sales are final, especially ammunition.
I'd like some heavy armor if you have it. Edge resistance mod. Medium. Damn. 4200. Toxicity drain rate. Ooh. That's actually quite good. If it wasn't for weak spot damage, toxicity drain rate. I'll save my bits for now. Let's break down some more stuff. Break down the junk. Foil and Heartless Laforia. Okay. Anything out here of interest?
Go consume like a good consumer.
Negotiator. What's going on out here? It's just a firing range. Who's shooting?
Stop blaming the wind. Trainee Lindell, be so kind as to remind us all what the first rule of the range is.
Guns are weapons, not toys.
Oh my god.
And do we aim weapons at colleagues or at our own unprotected upper stories, even in jest? Hint, we do not.
If you have to tell someone not to point a gun at their head, they're already in trouble.
The soldiers before you are former protectorate subjects, mainly of the farming variety. No knowledge of combat. Scarce experience wielding anything deadlier than a wrench.
Hey, those are pretty
They're
deadly.
accustomed to being told what to do, when to do it, and even how to think. A lifetime of habitual servitude is not broken in a day.
True. These recruits need to feel inspired. Mind if I have a word with them?
I'm not one to idle in the path of a good faith effort to accelerate education. The faster we can get more soldiers in the field, the better. There's just one problem. I don't know you. So, respectfully, I must ask, what do you feel qualifies you to give instruction to my recruits?
I'd hate to say it, but I'm a doctor. But, Niles, perhaps you could speak to my qualifications.
What? Oh, sure thing. The commander here is an experienced Deadeye and a natural leader. If you're looking for someone to deposit a few pearls of wisdom, I guarantee you'll not find better.
Much as I'm inclined to trust the word of your compatriot, I still expect you to advocate for yourself. You're the one who wishes to speak with my recruits, after all, not him.
Hold that thought. Be back in a bit. Need to get some speech or leadership. I need people to actually believe the word of a doctor. Put some points into speech on our next level up. Just because. I like the speech options. I like having unique ones as well. And with between Lucky... Yeah, what's up, man?
I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn. But void it. I'm just gonna ask. Got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Ex-protectorate, a good man. Tracked on the Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit. Brief one, of course.
Absolutely. I get it. Got some burning in a place you don't want to chat with your commander about.
No, I mean, at least not since that time I tried mixing my own detergent, but I'm sure you don't want to hear about that. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe.
Chip on your shoulder. Am I going to need to hold an electrical standards and safety course?
Much as I might love to jaw about that special interest of mine, this business with Zeb's gotta come first.
Any chance he'll be happy to see you?
Likely not. We didn't exactly leave off in a good way. Traded some hard words over promises I made and ought not have.
Happened between you two?
After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots. Fighting protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action.
Never would have guessed there was resistance to the protectorate from within. But it also sounds like he put you in a tough spot.
Wasn't like I didn't want to take things farther. Hit the protectorate where it hurt. But I still had my cover to think of too. I couldn't risk disrupting the mission.
I respect you putting the mission first in spite of everything. That's dedication.
I feel better about that commendation if things hadn't turned out as they did. We worked hard, but the protectorate's arbiters and sentinels worked harder. Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the protectorate's boot.
Trying to do the right thing. That's what an Earth Directorate agent should do.
That's some of what you said way back when stuck. All that talk about putting people first. Figured that's what I was doing. Putting a stop to all the pain I was causing. Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before. We were arguing every day. Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean like. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him. Till recent.
Well, no time like the present to make up for past mistakes. Let's go see your friend.
Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons out of my closet.
Please don't.
Westport's on the east side of the island. I tracked Zeb to somewhere on its outskirts, but never got up the nerve to visit before now. We ought to start there.
Sounds good. Unite Niles and Zeb. Now that I'm out in the wilds, I'm not even on a map anymore. No, now I'm just about to leave. Okay, so we have go left, above and beyond, gain access to the Ark, destroying drones, find Ark access credentials. Okay. But first, what's going on over here? Corporate Trooper. Hello?
I must say, I have many reservations about this. The Protectorate has always provided for us. For what reason would we forsake such a stable and safe way of life?
Because, friend, with the Protectorate, you're only surviving. With Antes, you'll be thriving.
So your superiors order you to thrive?
No. It's just something you can do on your own. You'll have bosses and employers, but it's up to you to get yourself to the top and make yourself the employer.
I see. And why would I want to do such a thing? Surely my assigned place would provide me with all the necessities of life?
Yes.
God.
But you could have more necessities, and even some unnecessaries.
For what reason would I desire material possessions which are, by definition, unnecessary? And while we're on the topic, what are you potentially gaining from recruiting me?
Ah, that's one of the best parts, John. When you sign someone else up, you get a big
God.
bonus.
I see. This free market idea, seemingly not without merit. I'll require some time to ponder this.
Of course, friend.
Don't buy into it. Not stealing. And not stealing. Not stealing and not stealing. Well, how about that? Lucky me. Ooh, not stealing. Big not stealing. Since I have no need for picking locks, we can also break down those mag locks. Science Adventures Quarterly, Volume 5 of 10. A fiction periodical chronicling the exploits of Earth Directorate Agents Commander Zane and her psychic buddy. Label inside the cover reads SAQ Volume 5 out of 10. Library of Redactor, Quenzel Ministry of Accuracy. Hate Redactor Quenzel. Nope. And nope and nope. Oh man. None of this is stealing. These are just healthy donations to, well, you guessed it, being a doctor. What about your home? Surely your home has some healthy donations to the Dr. Foundation. I almost said fun. No, turn that radio off. A doctor doesn't have time to listen to music. Or the jibber jabber of less educated and less qualified doctors. Alright, F5. We know better. After some sufficient looting is done. Oh. A Boral Screamer. Get out of here, you little scamp. Let us check out this building up here. I think that's what we're heading towards. That is a Rapidon Spitter. In need of some justice.
Nowhere on Paradise Island.
Confronting threat.
I got corrosion. Oh, wow. That thing took off. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a heal. Nope, no running away. Okay, so we have a heal and a taunt. Oh, my God. Come back, critter.
Don't make me bury another agent.
Excuse me. I got a block. Dang, that thing hurts. Uh-oh. Oh. Thought I was off to meet the maker on that one. F5 it. Ooh. Our food gave us a full heal. Very interesting indeed. Did I loot all of you? No loot to be had, eh? Just some hides. Perhaps you can break it down. Combat's very fun. Figured I should point that out yet again. Finally getting into the meat of the game. Oh, was that stealing? My bad. Wait, these are villains, aren't they? This door is barred shut. These protectorates? Then it's not stealing at all. Okay, claws and hides. Hides. Excuse me. Provisions dispenser. Shot grenades. And ammo. Well, it looks like we'll never really run out of ammo. Again, something I'm not used to, playing a lot of survivor horror games. That's right, you heard me, survivor horror. Not survival horror. Oh. Someone's having a good time.
Combat-related activity.
me know when you need
Oh my god.
How are
Sorry.
you still upright?
Have to slap you up. Coming in. One bar and open. Peacekeeper armor. Music box and scrap metal. Shut up. Be quiet while the doctor is looting. Some more food. To heal back up, since we found so much of it. Someone seemed to be having a grand old time on the inside. I'm here to help.
Hey you! Get over here before you get yourself killed.
Okay. Sorry, I just need to do some stuff. So junk items can be broken down. Let's just do this. Should probably keep some stuff to sell. Like the more expensive things. Hello.
No, you ain't got what I need. And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey. These raps ain't had a bite to eat since their pods dropped from the look of it. And a desperate rapt is a dangerous rapt.
I've handled the raps. Are you some kind of hunter?
If the occasion calls for it. But I fancy myself something of a biologist. Or at least I used to.
A doctor,
Me and
you say?
Raptidons, we're well acquainted. I know their patterns, behaviors, attacks. Know what gives them an edge around folk who ain't in possession of that knowledge. Which is why I gotta ask, what are you doing here?
Commander Cal sent me here to find a way into the Ark.
Oh, that's a high-profile target. Huh. If she entrusted that to you, then I reckon we're on the same side. Or something like it. I'm Inez Silung, Auntie's choice. Former combat medic in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Now, menial troubleshooter. Minister Milverstreet of Fairfield sent me here to retrieve some information. Not my most exciting assignment, but suppose we can't expect much with the stalemate on this island. I'll admit I was eager for some good hunting around here. My arm, my graft, needs some bolstering. But if the raps here are as weak as this one, it won't help me none.
Don't think I've ever met a grafted soldier before.
If you had, you'd know. Unless you're accustomed to seeing folk roaming around with exposed muscle fibers or stunted extra limbs on their backs.
I'll make it fun. I gotta ask, what's your third arm do?
Other than punch a hole in my armor, cause Huel at the saloon to yell in consternation, not much, at present. I'm considered a liability. My graph's all wrong. Most everyone else who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. So they shuttered the program. It was a total failure. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon too. But I'm still mostly upright. For now.
Frankly... And now you're looking for a chance to prove them wrong, that about right?
I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just this damn contract. Unless I can amend it so I might fix my graft, proving myself ain't happening anytime soon. Weren't many of us grafted soldiers to begin with. To think I'm one of the lucky ones.
You mentioned an enhanced soldier division. Couldn't they help you out?
No. Enhanced Soldier Division was the fancy public-facing name for the grafting program. And when I say it was shuttered, I mean completely fucking demolished. Bet they'd erase it from the financial records if they could. It was that much of an embarrassment. In the wake of such a failure, it's left us grafted folks with no support. I only been able to treat my own ailments thanks to Doc Tinsley in Fairfield. She worked for the program for a time. She's a good one.
Have you asked her for help?
She's bound by contract to work on whatever task Fairfield's illustrious leader set her to, nothing else. But she also ain't quite got the hang of the employment thing.
Surely a contract can't stop you from looking after your health.
You looked at the fine print of an employment contract lately?
No.
It says any action taken by a worker that could result in impeded work must be approved by the contract holder. Not only would trying to fix my graft impede my work, but it's also financially unviable, unproven, a risky investment. So I'm stuck with a limb that's slowly poisoning me. Could pursue fixing it myself were I out of my contract, but if I attempted to end it, I'd have to waive all employment rights for the next year. That's a non-starter.
Been trapped by plenty of awful contracts in my time. It's not so bad going independent.
Is that right? Suppose if you've been in my position and managed to do well for yourself, could be an option worth keeping on the table, if all else fails.
Hopefully it doesn't. I hope things work out for you. I'll see you around.
Get the feeling you will. Go on now. There's probably plenty of Protectorate info waiting to be scooped up if you're keen. Just mind the wraps. I got what I came for, so I reckon it's time to see about my contract. Law knows I could use a lucky break.
Just me.
See you around, Graft Girl.
Tough like her. Shame she's.
Yeah. I'm sure she will totally not join us later. Hello, Raps. Oh my god, hey, can you, excuse me. You know what? This seems like an opportunity to beat some ass. This is why we go melee. To beat ass. Niles, you're not looking so good. Patch yourself up. Shock rods. Oh. Upstairs, are you? Don't worry. Can handle that.
The one you need to worry about. Over here! Free hole in the head!
Down it goes. Chomp on some food. Definitely tearing through my food reserves. But that's okay, because we foraged quite a bit of it. From, when I say foraged, healthy doctor donations. No thievery or anything like that. Nothing up here. Hit the jump. Grafted on claw. Canister. Alert, overdue deliverable. Our reports indicate that the Ministry is 247 days late on delivering critical information to Euphoria Arc. Print the following pass to Euphoria Arc. Hand deliver the permit reports immediately. Sure. Bypass shunt repaired using Valerie. You've gained Euphoria, auto mech. Return to route. Leave conversation. Okay. Find automech repair. Center access credentials within the Ministry of Accuracy. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. Oh, park it right here. Hit the F5. Stare up at the pretty sky. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a blast, as always. Hope you guys have a good day. I hope you guys have a good day after that. Have a good day after that, and a good day after that. And while I don't say this often, if you have been enjoying watching, perhaps like, comment, and subscribe. Anything you want. Subscribe anything you want, comment anything you want, and like anything you want. You don't even have to listen to me. In fact, if you've made it this far, you've done more than what most could not do. That's right. It takes a lot to even have another hour-long video up on the other monitor. So for those of you who are out there listening, watching, or just leaving me on when you're working in the background, I thank you for your time. And hopefully tomorrow when you wake up, your arm isn't some abhorrent grafted amalgamation that has been forcibly attached to your body by science and is slowly poisoning your body. And honestly, if you don't wake up to that, then how bad can tomorrow be? And with that, we will see you on the next one.